In a game that could have shifted the momentum of the series, the Minnesota Timberwolves bench stepped up big, contributing 64 points in Monday night's showdown with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Jaden McDaniels, Dante DiVincenzo, and Naz Reid were lethal from beyond the arc, hitting 13 of 22 from three-point range. The Timberwolves dominated in almost every statistical category: second chance points, fast break points, and points in the paint, all tilted in their favor. With those numbers in mind, one would have expected the Timberwolves to cruise past the Thunder and tie the series up at 2-2. Instead, Oklahoma City pulled off a hard-fought 128-126 victory, grabbing a commanding 3-1 series lead as they head back home with a chance to close it out. But how did this happen? How did the Timberwolves, despite such a dominant collective performance, fall short? The answer lies in one crucial stat. Anthony Edwards, the Timberwolves' All-NBA guard, had as many turnovers, 5, as made field goals. Despite being a back-to-back All-NBA selection, Edwards, at just 23 years old, is still navigating the pressures of leading a playoff team. Against one of the most suffocating defenses in recent memory, Edwards' performance in Game 4 was an illustration of how the Thunder's defensive game plan could stifle even the most promising young stars. Edwards had an extremely quiet first half, attempting only 2 shots, a rare occurrence in his career. In fact, this was the second time ever that Edwards took fewer than 3 shots in the first half of a game where he played at least 10 minutes. The last time it happened was on January 22nd, 2024, during Karl Anthony Towns' historic 62-point game. Timberwolves head coach Chris Finch explained the strategy to get Edwards more involved in the second half. He got downhill a little more, we got him off the ball a bit more. When he got to the paint, he found some open teammates and made the right plays. He needed to be more aggressive in the first half, get out in front, so we could stretch the floor for him a bit more. But he definitely did better in the second half. Despite a slightly improved performance after halftime, Edwards finished with just 16 points on 5 of 13 shooting. He also had 4 rebounds, 6 assists, and 5 turnovers. His 5 made field goals tied for the second lowest of his playoff career, while his 16 points marked his third lowest output in the postseason. The game's opening possession set the tone for how the Thunder would approach Edwards defensively. Right after the Timberwolves won the tip, Luguentz-Dort was immediately glued to Edwards, face-guarding him all the way past half court. Edwards, forced to push and fight like a defensive lineman shedding a block, struggled just to receive the ball from Rudy Gobert. From there, Oklahoma City trapped him well beyond the arc, stifling any potential offensive flow. Throughout the first half, Edwards often found himself out of rhythm, standing in the corner or near half court, while the Timberwolves tried to operate without him. Every time he touched the ball, multiple Thunder defenders collapsed on him. The Timberwolves' offense functions best when Edwards is at the helm, controlling the flow and making decisions. Even when he's not scoring, his playmaking ability allows others to thrive, as evidenced by the 64 points from the bench. But Edwards' reluctance to attack from the start put the Timberwolves in a tough spot, as they faced an uphill battle for much of the game. Despite this, there's little doubt that Edwards will learn from this tough outing. He's been the Timberwolves' go-to guy all season, and in a pivotal Game 5, they'll need him to shake off this subpar performance and return to the aggressive, confident playmaker that carried them through the regular season. "I don't think I struggled," Edwards said. "I didn't get enough shots to say I struggled. I think you guys are seeing it differently. I just made the right play." Regardless of how Edwards frames his performance, the reality is clear. The Timberwolves needs him to rise to the occasion in Game 5. The Thunder have now put the Timberwolves on the brink of elimination, and it's up to Edwards to find a way to crack Oklahoma City's defense, lead his team, and avoid an early summer vacation. With the season hanging in the balance, Minnesota is hoping that the same Edwards who has shined on the biggest stages will step up once again. Game 5 in Oklahoma City will undoubtedly be one of the most crucial of his young career. If the Timberwolves are to keep their playoff hopes alive, Anthony Edwards will need to take charge from the opening tip. The stakes couldn't be higher.